Hello Asylum Air fans, welcome back to the channel. First of all, wanted to give a huge shout out to all of our new subscribers, everybody that is leaving comments and support. We're really excited about all of the excitement that our first video has created, and we're hoping to bring you more soon. So really quickly, my name is Lucas, and this is...
I am Kent Cook,
and
General Aviation.
Also known as General Aviation, and we are Asylum Air. Kent, in his workings and job, does...
I buy and sell, broker, fix up, and fly airplanes.
And I am Kent's gopher. So I go get, and I'm also a flight instructor. So together we have created Asylum Air to bring you guys some exciting YouTube videos, and we're getting better all the time with your support. So what we're here to talk about today is a quick update on the Barn Bonanza and what our intentions are with it. So as you've seen, it's been a couple weeks since we've released the video, and there's not a new one. We've had some good life things happen.
And we've had some bad life things happen.
Is that pretty dry stuff?
And as you can tell from outside right now, it is Midwest in Midwest. It is spring in central Illinois. On Sunday, we have plans to get out to Jefferson, Iowa to make more content on the Barn Bonanza. Today is Friday, June 10th, so 2 days from today. Within a week, I hope to have a new video out to you guys. So far, what we've done to the Bonanza would be anything that would be considered preventative maintenance.
It was basically manage to get the hangar doors open, uncover the airplane from the blankets that had been on it for 25 to 35 years, clean the dust off of places where the dust had accumulated, pump up the tires, pump up the struts, take a look at the engine, try to clean it off, jack it up, see if the struts would hold air, basic stuff like that. And then, of course, being the patient man that I am, I decided I had to hear it run, even though it had no brakes, which people pointed out, and why didn't I use chocks and all that stuff. And you're right, I know I should have, but I had nothing but tarmac in front of me, and I knew I could pull the mixture and stop it. And I wanted to move it anyway so I could get it over to the wash bay to clean it and fuel tanks to fuel it.
So, again, as always, if you guys have questions about your airplane or any airplane, please consult an authorized mechanic. Our videos are for entertainment purposes only, but everything that we've done so far to the Bonanza would fall under preventative maintenance, which you can do as a pilot.
Consult your local federal aviation regulations for more details.
Absolutely. All right. What are your plans for the airplane?
My plans for the airplane are the same as my plans are for most of the really cool airplanes that I managed to find and uncover. And that is that I always swear I'm going to keep it forever and ever and ever, and no one will ever get to touch it but me, and I'll be really cool flying this piece of history around. And then somebody comes along and offers me a gob of money, and I say, well, one of the rules I made when I started dealing with airplanes is you cannot fall in love with your inventory, and I sell them. So either of these is possible. Perhaps I'll keep it forever and fly around and be cool in it. Perhaps someone will get to own it other than me. It all depends on whether you have a gob of money you want to offer me or not. Shameless plug.
It's got a Lear autopilot in it. How do you?
It does. A Lear autopilot that the owner swore to me does work. I'm sure that 35 years of sitting around has in no way affected the pneumatic autopilot in the airplane. Should work fine.
Pneumatic autopilot.
Pneumatic autopilot.
Airbags. Ooh.
Yes. It works
No
on
servos.
air.
So, yeah, just discussing. So the first video that came out, I was supposed to be there, but unfortunately I became an incubus of viral plague. I contracted my coronavirus. Horrible music for 5 days. We've taken your comments and suggestions about better audio on the next video, better framing, and involving the camera more on what's being repaired on the airplane. So Sunday when we go out there, our intention is really we're working towards getting it ferryable.
We want to make the airplane flyable to get it to where we can go to our actual shop and work on it rather than trying to work out of a T-hanger with doors that are made out of PT boat plywood. To do that, we want to get the nose strut to hold air, which either means Granville, the magic juice that rejuvenates the seals. If that fails us, it will come off the airplane, be torn apart, rebuilt by our mechanic. We want to get main tires and nose tire on it that are not square and go bumpity bumpity bump and have cracks in them and stuff. We're going to see if the main struts still manage to hold air, see if the fuel tanks manage to hold fuel, which they're all doing when we left. We want to get the brakes to function, either by just putting fluid in there and giving them a shot, see if they'll work. If they don't work, given their age and the cost of maintaining an old marginal brake system, we may spring for some Clevelands to stick on the airplane. Some of the other things that have happened that have delayed us from getting back to the Barn Bonanza are several instances of COVID. Lucas here was one, my daughter was another, my son-in-law was another. Getting through all of that, which we have now. We all seem to be relatively healthy. We're ready to head back out there. Other things that have happened are graduations, life in general, jocularity, dancing and drinking. Anyway, other things that we've done that are more in line with the business that we perform are we have had a 340 out in Iowa, not too far away from the Barn Bonanza, that had to be gone. We had to go out, look at, move, put it to a shop for an annual, work on selling it. We also had a customer who wanted a 421 down in Florida. We found him one, had to go down there, move it to a pre-purchase location, babysit the airplane while the mechanics went through it, and then get some information on the Turbo 310R that he has that we're going to be selling soon. So that all had to be taken care of. It takes time to do that stuff. We also, after the trip to Florida to do the 421, I headed back north. Actually, I bought a car because I wanted a car. It's an electric car. It's pretty cool. Anyway, I headed back up through Georgia, stopped to look at a 1985 Turbo 210R, the last of the Turbo 210s, the last of the 210s that Cessna produced. We'll get into those maybe later as far as the changes they made that make them a much better airplane and make us cry that Cessna quit producing them. We stopped, got information on it, sold that airplane. It went out to Seattle. We also had to go and look at a 78 P210 that was down in Kentucky. That's kind of a marginal barn find, as in it's not so far gone as 35 years, just getting on to about 18, 19 months. We also went and picked up a beautiful, well, no, actually it's really an ugly Cessna 150 Aerobat that has a rattle can paint job on it and a 150 horse fuel injected engine in it. Don't see those every day. That's some of what's been going on, along with all of this stuff here. And if you see here, this is our trainer airplane, a 1958 Cessna 172. This is what Lucas teaches everybody to fly in. Another V-tail Bonanza coming through the shop that just had the engine put back on it.
N35 for those who are curious.
Right. This is the ugly 150 Aerobat with the big giant engine on it.
IO320.
IO320, 150 horse Aerobat. You can see they had to tape little rubber things to the cylinder rocker covers to keep the cowling from scraping away as you ran the airplane.
Yeah, they used it to tow banners, didn't they?
It was a banner tow airplane. It's got tail hooks back there.
And it is for sale.
It is for sale. It's got a terrible interior, original. You can see right here there's holes and splits and everything else. It's got not much of a panel, not much for cleanliness, not much for carpet. It's kind of real marginal. Plastics are marginal. The rattle can paint job is not even a good rattle can paint job. It's like he didn't want to spring for the extra 2 cans of paint, so he didn't quite rattle can at all. We have that right there, which has been a project for a couple years. It is a Cessna 195 that flew out of the Kenai Peninsula in Alaska a couple of years ago. I flew it back, no radios, no interior, low time engine, gobs of fun, heck of a nice trip.
Beautiful plane.
Beautiful plane. We also have, sitting over here, a 57 182 with no wings. That's in process project. Getting the engine put on it, getting it back up. It has one of the first I believe it's Avion panels, where they put the metal instrument panel and reconfigure the interior of the airplane. This is one of the very first ones that they ever did. This airplane will be coming online somewhere in the next century or two. And we have this one, a 1956 182 that's being turned into a gentleman's backcountry aircraft, which is getting the very last Avion panel. You can see where they reconfigure the yoke positions so that the yokes come through the center. Allows you to put a standard instrument panel into the airplane. It's going to have big tires on it and everything, and it's all new paint, it's all new interior, it's all new avionics, it's all new window. Engine was low time already, but everything else is going on it new, and engine monitors, all that stuff. Nose tire gets bigger, and it sucks up a lot of shop time.
Oh, it sure does. It was a lot of fun.
That's what's been going on. That's why we haven't got more stuff to you. We apologize, but hey, we're new at this, and we're going to get better.
As you can see, we have plenty of things to bring you guys more content with, so it's more than just the Bonanza. So stick around, hit that subscribe button, and hey, give us some feedback on what you guys think. Hey, are you an adult?
No, I'm sorry. I used to be, but I gave it up for Lent.